2024 is almost over. Some trends came in, some still exist, some don't exist anymore. Anyway, here are some of the hairstyles that you can actually choose to look your best in 2025. Before you jump into any conclusion, make sure you watch my previous video because I've already done a video on how to get a better haircut experience, and if you haven't watched that, you should watch that to choose the best hairstyle that suits you well. So here are some of the hairstyles that you can actually choose in 2025. We can categorize these styles based on a type into classy, neutrals and even trendy ones. Going to the classy style, first we have the slick back. This was one of the famous hairstyle in the 90s, more like a gangster type of style and also a gentleman type of style. If you have watched the movie Legends, Tom Hardy actually used that hairstyle, and even King of Kotha, Dulquer Salmaan used that hairstyle, and Shah Rukh Khan also used that hairstyle. So if you are a fan of this hairstyle and the OG classic hairstyles, you can try this on if you are going for a party or any sort of functions. But for that, you need to have straight hair and also use a styling product which provides a wet finish. Gel is the best option for you, and if you want to try it, you can try it on. Number 2 is the flow. The slick back and the flow are kind of similar, but they are different in their own ways. The slick back is kind of like a polished artificial look, has a wet finish, but whereas the flow has a natural wavy look. You need to have slightly wavy to wavy hair or slightly curly hair if you want to try flow, or you can even try for straight hair, but slick back is better when you have straight hair. If you have watched the movie series Hangover, you might have seen Bradley Cooper using the same hairstyle in the first series, and I absolutely love that hairstyle. I wanted to try it ever since I saw that hairstyle, but my hair type is not according to that. But if you have the hair type and if you have the facial features, go for it. You look really good on that. And for the Bollywood actor, Hrithik Roshan is one of the actors that actually pulled it off. Number 3 is the side part. This is also one of the most classiest hairstyle in the 90s, more like a gentleman type of style. And if you actually want to try it, you can try it. Most guys don't actually try it. Most guys go for the trendy type of styles. But if you are actually looking for old money styles or more like a grandpa or classy vintage type of style, you can actually try this out. For the sides, you can actually grow it out a bit, or even you can go for a slight fade, not even an actual face. Okay, I think putting a little bit of length in the sides is the best option for you if you want going for a side, for classy OG side part. Number 4 is the quiff. This is my favorite style in the entire list. I've already tried it for the past 3 or 4 months and I actually loved it. And the best example I can say who has really pulled it off is Alex Costa, and I absolutely love how he styled his hair. I also tried it 6 months back and I absolutely loved it. I don't know why I changed my hairstyle, but I'm going back to that quiff hairstyles. And if you are a fan of the OG classic styles, quiff is one of the best options that you can actually choose. But the problem is this is a high maintenance hairstyle, and if you have the time to spend on it, then you should absolutely choose that hairstyle. Now looking towards the classy and trendy type of styles, first one we have the curtains. This is also one of the most iconic and most commonly seen trendy hairstyle in the 90s, and it has made a comeback 3 years back, and I absolutely love that hairstyle. But the one problem is I don't have the facial features for that. I don't have the hair type for that. You need to at least have slightly wavy to wavy hair if you want to pull off that hairstyle. And if you actually have curly, super curly hair, and if you really think that you can pull it off, you can try it. If you have narrow facial features or structured jawline or a symmetric face, you can absolutely try this hairstyle if you have the wavy or slightly curly hair. Number 6 is the ivy rig. This is a slightly gentleman type of style and also a normal type of style. But if you really want to try this hairstyle, you need to have the facial features, because this is a really short hairstyle. If you have a fat face like me or a rounder face like me, then it is going to make your face even rounder or even chubbier. And if you think that you have the facial features, you can actually try this hairstyle. You can put a little bit of length in the sides or even keep a shorter side. The best example is Harvey Specter in season 1 in the series Suits. He has actually rocked the Ivy League. Actually, he has been in one of the universities in that series and he actually nailed the hairstyle. If you want to try it, you can try it out if you are willing to, because that is a risky side. And coming into the trendier side, we have the modern mullet. Not regular mullet, the modern mullet. Because I absolutely think the modern mullet is much of a classier side when it comes to the mullet, because there are different type of mullets. The old 90s type of mullets, the freaky type of mullets, the curly mullets, the mullets with the long backs. I actually really don't like any of those. And the 8th one is Messi Fringe. If you have curly and super curly hair, Messi Fringe is the best option for you. I do recommend this hairstyle to a lot of guys who ask me what hairstyle that they should be choosing because they have curly hair, and this is the best option that you can choose. And also if you have receding hairlines, this is the best option that you can choose. It actually hides your hairlines and it will make you look better. And if you're a guy who is in his early 20s or teenagers, this is also one of the best options that you can choose. And if you're still not comfortable with those receding hairlines, you should either shave it off or you can buzz it off. And if not, Messi Fringe or the Fringe type of hairstyle is the best option for you if you have receding hairlines. Next one is the Messi Whff. This is more like the new gen type of classic Quiff. You actually don't get the polished look, you don't actually comb it to the sides, you don't actually style your hair in a specific way. You just go for a more carefree look when compared to the classic Quiff, which has a polished look. And if you want to try it, you can actually try it. If you have a slightly wavy to longer hair, you can actually try it. This is also a type of Messi Whff, but I don't actually choose for much length. So if you are not a fan of those polished looks, this is one of the options that you can actually choose. And lastly, we have the tapers. So the taper hairstyle is a type of haircut that you actually try it on the sides. You can either low taper it, high taper it, or mid taper it. So if you are not a fan of the fade and if you don't want to have bulky sides, taper is one of the best options that you can actually choose. But the difference is how you style it. You can either use tapers for curtains, Messi Fringe, or even quiffs. So whatever it is how you style it. And that is the last hairstyle in the entire list. Before I end this video, I've already got 850 subscribers, and if you're new here, make sure you subscribe so that I can reach 1k subscribers as fast as possible. So if you find this video informative, make sure you like, share and subscribe. See you again next week.